What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome to the follow-up of my Christmas special. For those of you who watched my 20 days of Flashmas for Christmas of this year, 2020, you'll know that on Christmas Day, I had a little two-part playthrough of the first entry in the Epic Battle Fantasy series, and, well, this is my follow-up to that. Which, if I plan this right, should go up on New Year's? Should? Saki, how are we doing on that? Cool. Right. But, real quick off the bat, as I learned of something pretty recently, the playthrough of both this game and the last one are going to very quickly become outdated, because only between recording that and this did I realize that Matt Rozak, the developer of the Battle Fantasy series, has actually been working on updating them, and a lot of his older Flash games are pre-Epic Battle Fantasy 3, working toward getting a full collection Steam release for them. So yeah, pretty bad timing on my part. And luckily for Epic Battle Fantasy 2's case, from what I understand, it should mostly be like bug fixes and quality of life changes. Anything more substantial I might go into another day when the collection is out. One, there's going to be a lot of changes, like a complete soundtrack overhaul and a lot of copyright stuff taken out, so basically the Reggies are not going to be there anymore, unfortunately. But enough dwelling on that. Let's get started. Epic Battle Fantasy 2. I'll just do normal mode again, because why not? After the events of the first game, the world was left in a devastated state. The menacing evil that was terrorizing the universe was destroyed, but with such force that seismic and gamma waves tore the Earth apart. It was not an ideal victory. For many years, the sky was covered with a thick, poisonous smoke, and the global climate took a radical twist. Many creatures began to mutate from the effects and become vicious, attacking people and spreading further disease. Although the Earth eventually began to recover, the order was severely disrupted. There was much competition as to how the human race would be strengthened as to avoid another similar tragedy. While survivors debate and struggle to rebuild their lives, an ambitious man takes this opportunity to conquer the lands. Gathering an army of beasts and machines, he rampages across the continent, destroying all life in his way in the name of peace. After a slow and painful recovery, our heroes prepare for another epic battle. They had mastered new skills and met new allies along the way to replace their fallen and forgotten comrades. Their journey begins in the Kitten Kingdom, whose occupants have shown them kindness and support whilst they are injured, but now they must make a hasty escape. Alrighty, we got some really awesome battle music to start off with. So, battle system works pretty much the same way as it did in the last game. We got, our basic attacks. Defend has been put into the tactics option, so now we can either defend or switch the order in which we take turns. Matt still has his Bushido specials and can still change out the sword mid-battle. He's got a few other additions. The Devil Sunrise has been replaced with the Rune Blade, so the Rune Blade now does the MP drain. Now we got the Blizzard for ice attacks, Black Fang for poison, Swift Brand for wind, Anarchy for dark, and the Razorback, which is slightly weird but boosts power metal, so it's awesome. Specials are still pretty much the same. Mog has been replaced by No Legs, who is one of these little kitten guys here. We'll see him on later. As for Bushido, we still got pretty much everything here. Now we got a new skill called Revenge, which does more damage the less HP we have, which we're pretty much never going to use because we want Matt's HP to be as high as possible, him and Nat's. What else we got? Unleash. Unleash is a really unique one. It does a different effect depending on which sword you are using. So for the Heaven's Gate here, it'll actually blind enemies, and that's actually another thing. Accuracy has been introduced as a brand new stat in this game, so we can miss our attacks now, which is great. Other things like the Inferno, when we use Unleash, they'll do a magic defense down debuff. Stuff like the Black Fang will not only inflict poison, but 5 times over. So that's going to be incredibly useful. In fact, I actually want to switch to Black Fang. Now for Nats. She has her basic attack, but once again, it is basically useless because she is a mage. Here's her White Magic, which is, again, her basic healing buffs and holy magic. She has got a new Flare move, which blinds enemies, Purify now hits both party members at the same time. Thank fuck. As for black magic, we've got 2 new additions. We've got Toxic, which is poison magic, and Siphon, which will seal enemies. Thank God we have that for ourselves now. And as for summons, we've got the scan bots, which I'm going to try and use as much as I can throughout this playthrough, because the only thing better than including bios in my RPG videos is when the game gives me the bios itself. So these basic kittens here, the elemental weaknesses are poison and fire. They're all their stats there, any status immunities, which they have none. They may carry shields. They drop shield when they hit, appear in several flavors. They're not that great though. So if they're carrying a shield like this guy here, their defense will go up a little bit. We'll have another look at Nat's other summons in just a sec. They are weak to poison, so the Black Fang is actually a pretty effective sword against them. As for other summons, she's got... This is great. So the Slime Bunny is a regen. Which is just fantastic. Slime Bunny will come out and every turn it'll heal back a bit more damage, and we're going to use the ever-living fuck out of that. You also got the Beholder. Yeah, we recruited that thing. Can hit all foes and lower their defense. Also has a hidden move, I think you can guess what it is. And it's just as either hilarious or disturbing as you want it to be. Meow Meow, which I think is pretty much just their replacement for Canty. But can sometimes do double damage and sometimes damage the party. There's a final summon there, but we don't got it yet. So for the time being, let's just fight our way out of the kitten village here. These cats have been so damn nice to us, but for some reason they're not really letting us leave, so we gotta... We gotta bounce. And apparently kill them all along the way, which is, you know, it's the good thing to do. It's exactly what we should be doing. Take you out. And there goes the shield. Yeah, the poison's gonna take care of you in a sec, it doesn't really matter. Oh. Poor cat. Next up. New enemy right there. Oh, was he carrying a shield? Can't really see behind the big ass wasp. It's a moth. And it's got like a stinger. It's more like a scanbot. Scanbot says there's a red bee. Alright, so it's weak to fire, thunder, and wind, resists poison, and can inflict poison and lower defense on us. So we want this thing gone. Look, I am perfectly okay with poisoning all my enemies. I will not put up with getting poisoned myself. Oh yeah, it can blind me too, which is, you know, fantastic. No, Wind Slash just does. I haven't really got anything. Oh, I'll just attack the other cat. I'll have Nat try to hit it with Thunderbolt. These things also have a naturally high evasion stat, I believe. Oh, so that's a new status infliction. Stun! Enemies who are stunned are not able to move for that turn. So, you know, we're moving on to bigger and more annoying things. Just more cats. Also, you may have noticed there's a little red bar that keeps filling up under our health and magic, and we'll get to that. I mean, you probably already know what it is, but we'll get to it. Because we're gonna see it in use a fuckload. Take out the last of these cats. And this should just about do us. Next, I think, is the boss. Alright, so Nats reckons that we need to try and blind this one. Oh yeah, we actually got their names confirmed this time. Matt and Natalie. Or Nats, for short. So for this guy, I'm going to scan him in a sec, but I can tell you right off the bat that it's weak to poison still. So I'm going to use Unleash on this thing and hit it with 5 levels of poison all at once. This thing will drop in 4 turns max. Scanbot, do your thing. Kitten card, a portable fortress. Got a fair bit of health to it. It's weak to poison and fire. A battering ram built with the most advanced technology available to the animal kingdom. So, wood. Alright, I really need to get that healing up. So, I think I'll just use power metal, just to give us both a bit of healing. Still a little like Zeta through the fire and the flames. Don't know if that's gonna change in the updated version, but, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it while it's here. Like, at the very least, it'll be nice to have that I've played the original versions of these, or at least the most up-to-date versions of the original versions. Just so we know what it used to be and, you know, what the differences will be when the update eventually comes out. So I'm just gonna attack it normally. Oh yeah, and health bars are all the way down here now, so they don't sporadically appear and disappear, so they're always there. Thank God. That is helpful. I think one of the biggest changes between the first game and this is there's just a lot of quality of life stuff. That's glowing now, but I don't want to use it yet. Ah, fuck it, why not? That's, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy, that's a limit break meter. And when it charges up, we both get a limit break. Matt's limit break is a really powerful quintuple slash. We're probably going to see Nats a lot. Now here's another thing. Whenever we finish a wave, we are able to select a couple of bonuses. The first are stat bonuses, so we can pick any of these. Magic attack, defense, and magic defense. Attack is omitted for Natalie because the game is fully aware that physical attack is absolutely useless for her. So the way I normally like to go about it is I want to try and buff their defenses first. And then I'll cycle around to attack, then I'll just go on a bit of a cycle. Now we also get skill bonuses as well, and these are going to be, you know, extra additions to our skill sets. There's some passive skills and some, well, that'll have extra effects on certain things, or just extra random effects in battle. So what do we got for Mats? We got Swordsman, which boosts standard attack by 40%. That is great. Venomous, immune to poison and stun. That's also pretty good. Cleaver, boosts the power of a certain ultimate attack by 40%. Also tempting. For Nats, we got Elementalist, boosts Fireball, Thunderbolt, and Glacier, and Toxic by 20%. That's amazing. Mighty Mage, boosts attack, defense, and magic defense by 4%. Also amazing. And Wizardry, just straight up boost magic attack by 9. I think for Nats, I'm gonna go with the middle ground on this one, and for Matt, we're gonna go for Swordsman. There are a selection of different skills that I want to prioritize over all else throughout the course of the playthrough, so that's what I'm gonna be focusing on, but if I don't see any of those, I'm just gonna be picking whatever sounds good at the time. Alright, so these guys were, Thunder and Wind. And Fire, maybe? Was Fire part of that, or was it just Thunder and Wind? I can't remember. But I don't want to bring out Scambot again, because that'll just waste a turn. Wind was definitely one of them, so I'm going to bring out the Swift Brand. And another one was definitely Thunder. Alright, didn't get blinded. Very good, very good. And Slash! Still useful for hitting every enemy on screen at once. That's Black Magic. I keep hitting Black Magic when I want to go to White Magic. I guess I'm just, like, fundamentally inclined to try and attack shit. Almost took care of that. That's just... Yeah. Sometimes a love tap's all you need. Those things look particularly nasty. I don't like that. Alright, let's go Wind Slash. Start dealing damage on all of them. Scan bot. What we got? Alright, Spiky Moth, a Plague Carrier. It's weak to Fire, Thunder, and Wind, resists poison, may inflict poison, lower defense, has a more powerful physical attack than the Red Bee. I see. So these things are just more powerful Red Bees. Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm going to have Matt use Wind Slash again. And I'm going to start... Nah, save it. I'm going to start making a very liberal use of this Slime Bunny. I love this thing. He can touch me. Regen, every turn, fuck yeah. Now, I don't look like much at the moment, but trust me, it is so helpful. What was that, one more turn? I think one more. There we go. Oh, and that's the end of the wave. Sweet. Alright, so magic attack for Nat. Attack for Matt. So our next skills, what we got? Hurricane, boost wind slash by 40% and 10% resistance to winds. Pretty cool. Eagle Eye, boost evade and accuracy by those. This. Counter. Counter physical attack sometimes. Probably, I would say, one of, if not the most useful skills in Matt's entire skill set. We got Elementalist again for Nat. We've got Thunderclap, increases Thunderbolt's chance of stunning the foe. Way more useful than it sounds. Actually, it sounds pretty fucking useful already, so we may just go with that. And Mana Leech. Standard attack leeches magic from a... Oh, that sounds good too. Ooh. Okay. Thunderclap is one of the ones I prioritize over everything else for the moment, because that is going to be mega useful later on in the game. So I want that whenever it comes up. But if I see these again, ugh, that is something to consider. First boss. And Nat's Limit Break is still pretty well charged up. Very nice. So I think we're pretty well acquainted with robotic bosses from the last game, and typically they were weak against Bomb and Thunder. Same here. Do I want to use Scanbot all 3 times, because there are actually 3 different foes here. There is the Guardian himself, his shield, and his sword. We want to take out his shield and his sword because they can also do individual attacks. So I'm going to... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to start with airstriking the sword. Use Scanbot on that sword. Chainsaw Blade, EAH 4850. Destroy the sword to prevent the Guardian's slashy attacks. Immune to all statuses, weak to Thunder and Bomb. Like, all 3 of them are weak to Thunder and Bomb. See, there's counter already in action. Alright, so... Ooh. His health is pretty low. I might save that just for the time being. We'll use Airstrike on the sword again. We'll use Nat's Limit Break. She does a little pose. Heals us up. Buffs us completely and debuffs them completely. It is fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to start doing some damage to the shield. Oh. I didn't get to scan it. No. Oh well, I mean, you pretty much get the deal. I don't know if it drops his defense by getting rid of that, but it definitely means he can attack 1 less time. And now he's done that, we want to use Siphon on this thing immediately because it is able to regenerate those lost limbs. So I want to get this thing sealed pronto. Keep using Airstrike on it for the time being. Siphon, 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 Siphon. Still not working. Do not want to let this thing regen its wing. Regen its wings. Why did I call them wings? I was definitely going for limbs. Somehow came out as wings. Not even I am aware of just how I work. God damn it. Okay. I get another chance to scan the shield though, so there's that. I'm gonna focus on trying to seal it first. No. I love that counter. So goddamn much. Alright. Airstrike here. I'll scan this thing while it still have the chance to. So Guardian shields. Destroy the shield to half the Guardian's defense. There we go. So it does actually contribute to its defense. Might need to reapply the slime bunny pretty soon. Because, yeah, that regen just wearing out. Right. Well, what I'm going to do this round... I really should... Oh. No, get out of that. That arm doesn't got much left. So I'll just get rid of that. Yeah, we'll just use that again, why not? even she's getting sick of doing so much fan service. Can't blame her. Alright, so now I'm gonna have Matt use just a regular old ether. Oh, Matt was stunned. Huh. Okay. That's why something was wrong there. Okay, so airstrike shield. Down it goes. And siphon. Please work. Yes! Alright, now we got nothing to worry about. I hope. Camo to get some health back. And reapply that slam bunny. We want this thing active as much as possible. Alright, back to the regular air striking. Oh, one thing I should mention. So, Nat's a revive spell. If you use it on a player who's alive, it gives them auto life. So you can set that up early if you think you're in a position where you're very likely to die. That's pretty damn helpful. So now we'll have Nat actually start to attack this thing. Oh, I should probably scan the main body. Yeah, I should probably do that. Yeah, unless this takes it out. Nah, that'll be... Alright, scan! And for the main body... It is the Guardian Elite Sentinel. Buttload of health, weak to thunder and bomb, immune to poison. Each of his arms gives him new attacks an extra turn. He can also repair them when they're destroyed, unless he has been sealed. There are going to be a lot of cases where sealing your enemies are going to be so much help. Looks like he needed more RAM. Good job, Matt. Good job. Alrighty. So next up, I'm going to hit up Matt's magic defense. Same with Nat. Oh. Aerial support or secret weapon. Both are fantastic. Okay, so aerial support can activate airstrike just completely randomly at any point in the battle, which is always helpful. Secret weapon adds a new type of bomb, which is an incredibly powerful multi-target bomb. Ooh. Okay, I'm likely to see this again because I use airstrike a lot. I think the way you play kind of like ways to like what skills pop up I think way more towards the way you're playing. So I think if I use airstrike a lot, I'm likely to see this again, but aerial support I think is the more helpful here. As for Nats, Wizardry again, elusive, could boost or evade, and then resistance. Boost resistance to all elements by 10%. Absolutely want that. And we've reached the checkpoints. So we're able to save our... Oh, it's my last save. Cool. How to actually save our game and start from there if we so die. That's always helpful. And so our heroes have defeated the Guardian of a massive arms factory. Though it seems that the factory has been deserted for some time and the majority of weapons are no longer here. We probably should have known by the unkept state of the place. However, our heroes have managed to unlock access to an orbital ion cannon, which is currently conveniently positioned right above this location. I suppose that may be helpful, though potentially lethal to both parties. Make sure to try it out when wanting to vaporize some enemies. So that is Nat's new ultimate summon, pretty much replacing Catastrophe in that does a buttload of damage, but can also hurt us. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, that's right, it's one of our rivals from long ago. This may be pre-Epic Battle Fantasy 1, I'm not too sure. He's not here to fight today though, it looks like he's gathered a lot of treasure and wants to sell some pots. Meanwhile, No Legs the cat struggles with the tormented souls of his fallen brothers, who he betrayed back in his homeland, as he would otherwise never been allowed to leave on this urgent quest. Their corpses must again be slain in order for them to rest in peace. So at every checkpoint, we got a little minigame with No Legs here. So we have to go around and slay our fallen brethren all over again. And for this, we can get some money. And we definitely want to make a very liberal use of both his aerial attack and his ranged attack, because they are insanely helpful. Like so. And one thing you can do if you're having a pretty rough time is you can actually get into... I think the right side works better than the left, and just try spamming your ranged attacks until hearts start to drop. I'm gonna see how far I can go with this. Not that far, apparently. But that money gets added onto, I think, some kind of other amount, and we can buy more stuff. So I definitely want more ethers. What else do I want? A couple more antidotes can't hurt. By a couple, I mean like a dozen of them. I'm good for Waters of Life. A couple of bombs, maybe. And a max ether. Alrighty. But I think with that, I might end things off for this part. I'm actually going to keep track of the time this time. And I'm pretty sure this game is longer than the first, so this might go on for maybe a little more than 2 episodes. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.